Alright guys, welcome back to Vector Motion Graphic Studios. I'm Ryan Collins and welcome back to our first new tutorial of the season and back from all the fuss. So today I thought that we're going to do another repeat of our old tutorial, a flying tutorial, but to be honest, I thought that it was just crap. The other one didn't give enough information, so we're back with a new version of the tutorial, and I hope you guys like it because I put some work into this tutorial. Unlike last time, I kind of just slopped it together. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and let's just get straight into it. Alright guys, welcome back to another very exciting tutorial, and let's basically just get right into it. Because sometimes I talk a little bit too much. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is grab your footage. So if you have not seen the original tutorial, the link is down here. So I advise you to take a look at that first. You don't have to, but maybe you could check out the specs of each video. Anyway, so basically what your footage will look like is like this. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to walk in frame, and basically all you have to do is pretend you're going to fly into the sky, make a cool move, and jump up. That's basically what it's going to do. So how to film your footage is this. I'm just going to skip to the... Alright, so you want to walk into your frame, just act cool, or do your thing. Look up and jump in the sky and quickly run off. Now, as you'll see, there's at least maybe 10 seconds of background footage on a set plane. Now, I advise you to have at least 5 seconds of just plain background, and I'll tell you the reason why now. So what you want to do, you want to import your footage and rename it raw, and basically just create a new composition. Let's just call this fly off, and I use the presets 1920 by 1080, or just go down up over to here and HDTV 1080 24 and press OK, or you could use your own settings. Alright, so what you're going to do is get your footage, and now we can start off. So if you're like me and just has to set your camera up on a tripod, then you're just gonna have to cut out some of the footage. Oh, by the way, for this you're gonna need a tripod. If you don't have a tripod, buy one. Honestly, mine's a bit more expensive, but honestly you can get a cheap one for $10, and that'll do you just till you save up some money to get a good one. Anyway, so get the tripod, film this, and now we can actually get started. So what we're going to do next is just scroll around to the point where you're completely off frame, and it's just the background. And then if just press Control Shift D. That's if you're on a Mac. If you're on a Windows, it'll work the exact same, but just press that Windows key, and then it'll split the layers. And we're gonna rename the top one BG for background, and then put it below raw, and just slide it across a bit. Alright, next what we're gonna do is go back up to the raw footage and just scroll around. Right, and here's where you gotta get to the point. Go into just frame by frame, look that you want your guy to look like as he's flying off. So I like this. It doesn't matter that it's too blurry. We won't see that anyways because we're gonna add a motion blur, and it's gonna be pretty cool. So find the position that you want. I advise you not to go when you're see when you're jumping up. I advise you to do it somewhere around this point, not when you're actually going down. So make sure you do it when he's jumping up, because that makes it look better. Trust me, I've tried every which way. Okay, so once you've found the good position, what you're going to do, you're going to press again, Control-Shift-D, right-click on the top one. Well, first we'll rename it. Rename it Freeze. And then we're going to click on it, right-click, Time, Freeze Frame. And now basically the whole frame is frozen like that. So yeah, you can even extend it, and it's all going to be the same. I'm not really going to extend it, but as you'll notice, so let me just shorten this just for workspace. And there, so it goes, go down, touch the ground, and pauses. Alright, so now this is the fun part where we can actually start making it look like he's a flying person, not just some idiot frozen in time. So what you're going to do, oh, by the way, some people have a lot of trouble with this. To zoom in, to move around, just press the hand tool, go up here, hand, or just press H on your keyboard. You can move it around, just a quick tip. G for pen tool, or just go up here. So we're going to select the pen tool, and make sure you clicked on freeze, and what we're going to do, we're going to mask out the man. So let me just change this, because I hate the color yellow. I hate it, but it's just hard to see when you're masking. Alright, so what we're literally going to do is just cut it out. Press H, move it around, press G again, and my arm looks super skinny because it's really blurred out. But let's just do the best with what we've got. Holy crap. There is no hand there. Woo. So yeah, just mask out your character, or where you think your character might be in my case. It doesn't matter too much, because the image that we're seeing here, masking out, is just so we know what we're working with, because we're going to do heaps of, what's it called, motion blurring on it, so we won't know the difference, especially if you make it go faster. So yeah, this doesn't take too long usually, but you know, I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, just do it a rough draft, because like, yeah, we might just be working on something little just to practice on, or it might even be your big thing, but every single little thing that you work on should be the best of your ability. You know, always push yourself and work at the best of your ability in all things, whether it's professional, unprofessional, or just at home. It doesn't really matter. You gotta make everything look good, especially if you're trying to pull off a flying effect, because you know, some of them just look terrible that I've seen, and basically we need to make it as real as possible, with everyone knowing that flying is actually impossible. Believe me, I've tried. So yeah, just quickly do this. I might as well give you a few tips while I'm doing this. I definitely think that you should do this somewhere outside. One, because it looks more realistic than doing a flying takeoff thing in the house, which is ridiculous. It's better for the camera as well. Make sure you, what you might do, you might get the camera set up and get someone else to move into frame, and then automatically or manual, doesn't matter, just focus that person in that image, and then they can move off, and then you can walk in. and then it'll be all focused. That's a bit confusing, but yeah. Alright, so we're done now, and you'll be able to see not much changed, but now we've got this person we can you know, move around, but we don't want to move him around. We want to keep him there. Okay, so now let's actually get started with this. Now, for the final bit, we are just going to go to the start, and we're going to go to freeze, press P on your keyboard, click the little stopwatch, go maybe 10 frames, and handle it there, and basically click on him and drag him up to about there. And now we can see that we've got this flying guy. How cool is that? Not very cool yet, but yeah, it's I mean, I think that for someone who can't fly, this guy does an awesome flying thing. Now, obviously it's not done yet because it still looks fake. I mean, no one's just gonna fly off like that. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna motion blur it, which helps it look more realistic. So now what you want to do is go to here, motion blur, and if you don't see any of these panels, it's probably, if you like, just go toggle switch modes and click motion blur. As you can see, if I toggle that off, you can see it's much more realistic. Alright, so now let's RAM preview it and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, so already it's looking pretty good. I think it might even be better than the preview one I showed you at the start. But what we've got now is this basic, very basic flying man. You can probably speed it up if you want to. So as you can see, it's kind of slow. If you wanted to speed it up, just grab the last keyframe and move it just a bit forward and preview it, and now he'll be faster. If you're gonna tweak the speed as if he flies off, not in my case at the moment, but you might need to tweak some of the positions and stuff like that, but you shouldn't usually. So basically guys, this is a really simple but really detailed flying man tutorial. If you're gonna add some wind sounds, you can just download them off the internet. Pretty simple, and basically this can be really effective and it's pretty cool as well. And basically guys, yeah, so you can use this any which way you want. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the advanced tutorial for flying, and if you have any questions, just email us below or just post a comment. Make sure to check out our website and just subscribe because there's heaps more to come.